Man's greatest treasure is not found outside, not in wealth, not in power, nor in any fortune. Man's true treasure is desire, chana, the fire that rises within the call that takes birth from the depths of the soul. Desire is like a seed that holds the entire future tree hidden within it. Look, a man can survive hunger. In spiritual practices and austerities, people endure hunger and thirst. They can wander in the desert for months and still manage to live somehow. But if the desire within a man dies, life comes to a halt, because the essence of life itself is desire. How does one who desires nothing live? Life is an agitation, a movement, and the root of this movement is aspiration, ambition, desire. A child cries the moment it is born. Why? Because a desire exists within it to be held, to be given security, to be fed milk. From the very first moment of birth until the final breath of death, the entire journey of man is woven with desire. Tree roots cling to the soil because they desire water. They desire life. Plants bend towards the sun because they desire light and energy. The river rushes towards the ocean because its desire is for confluence, for surrender. And man's desire is even deeper. Man does not stop at bread, water, and shelter. He desires the infinite, love, freedom, truth. Sometimes he sets out in search of God, sometimes towards meditation, sometimes towards liberation. Therefore I say man's greatest power is his desire. However, remember, desire is of two kinds. Borrowed desire. The society said, become a doctor, and you desired it. Parents said, become rich, and you desired it. The crowd said, earn a name, and you desired that. This desire is not real, it is a burden. Even if it is fulfilled, it does not bring happiness. Authentic desire. The second type of desire arises from within. It is born from the depths of your soul. This desire is not taught by anyone. It emerges from your fundamental existence. This is your real power. Gautam Buddha had all comforts in the palace, but a desire for the search for truth arose within him. That desire became so powerful that he left his kingdom, and that very desire led him to the Bodhi tree where he attained enlightenment. Kabir was an ordinary weaver, but a desire arose from within for the direct realization of God. That same desire flowed out in his couplets, hymns, and poems, and people remember him even centuries later. Similarly, you must recognize your greatest power, your desire. That desire gives you direction, shows you the path, and leads you to your true self. Where you stand today is because you once desired it, and where you will reach tomorrow will also be determined by your desire. If the desire is small, life will remain limited. If the desire is deep and vast, life will become immense. You become what you truly desire. Remember, hunger, thirst, and sleep are all needs of the body, but desire is the necessity of the soul. And the necessity of the soul is man's truest, greatest power. I say man's greatest asset is his desire. The day you recognize your true inner desire, your life will begin to change. Look closely. This entire universe is like a seed. And what is the root of that seed? Desire. The entire creation is running on the energy of this desire. If trees did not desire the sunlight, their life would stop. Roots descend into the soil because they desire water. Every leaf shakes in the wind because it desires to touch the sap of life. Why does the river flow from the mountain? If it had no desire, it would stagnate at its birthplace. But there is a deep call within it to meet the ocean. This desire doesn't let it stop. It flows, cuts through rocks, and creates pathways because its desire is its strength. Why does a bird fly in the sky? Is it just to fill its stomach? No. It flies because its soul desires freedom. If its wings are clipped, its life will become incomplete. Its desire becomes its flight. Man does not stop at just bread and water. If his desire were limited only to the body, he too would live like any animal. But man's desire is infinite. He wants to know, to explore, to transcend. That is why I say the only difference between man and other creatures is this: the desire of others is limited. Man's desire is boundless. An animal remains confined to satisfying hunger, achieving security and propagating its lineage, but man wants to reach the stars, land on the moon, seek God, and attain immortality. This desire makes him the most wondrous creation in the cosmos. Understand carefully. Desire is the power of creation. Everything around you today, these houses, these roads, this art, this music, these temples, was once someone's desire. Someone desired to fly in the sky, and so airplanes were built. Someone desired to end the darkness, and so electricity came. Someone desired to know the truth, and so the path of meditation opened. Every invention, every discovery, every art, every spiritual experience is born from desire. The root of everything is a single desire. Had there been no desire, this creation would never have manifested. Even God himself created the universe because a desire arose within him for expression, for creation, for experience. He wanted to become many from one. That is why I repeat, desire is the seed, and the entire creation has spread from this seed. When a man stops desiring, it should be understood that his life has stopped. If desire dies, life also dies, even if the body continues to move. Desire is the driving force behind all manifestations. In every heartbeat and thought, it weaves the essence of our existence. When we embrace our desires, we unlock the doors to new experiences, insights, and transformation. Every aspiration, even the smallest, contributes to the grand tapestry of life. Letting desire flourish ignites the passion within, guiding us on our unique journeys. Remember, to desire is to live, and to live is to embrace the full spectrum of creation.